Welcome to American Whiskey. As always, I'm your favorite fat boy host in the whole entire world, Big Sturg. I'm glad to be here. Over on the other side of the studio, as always, we've got Justice League.
Nice to be on tonight.
Over on the other side of him there, right across from me, the one and only Uncle Joey.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
We're here to enjoy some time with you guys, enjoy a beverage. So grab a favorite drink of choice, sit back, relax, kick your feet up, and let's talk a little shit and have a good time. Well, maybe a little harm is purposeful, but we'll talk about the Ohio State-Michigan game. We'll talk about Brian and his future dress that he will be wearing. I'm thinking above the knee, but that's just me. I don't know how you guys are feeling, so let's chit-chat. We're glad you're here, and as always, we are American Whiskey.
Let's go.
All right, guys. So, we're going to do the first things first. We're going to do what we're sipping on here, and I'm going to show you guys. You guys already got it in your glass. But today we're sipping on this right here. This was brought to you by my cousin Ryan Dennis, if you want to at him. Ryan Dennis here. Cedar Ridge Barrel Proof Small Batch Whiskey. This is number 4 of the batch. We don't know a lot about this place. We did try to look it up. There's not a whole lot of information on their product. They don't really share how long they barrel this for. But it does say on the back, our barrel-proof bourbon is crafted from Iowa corn, aged in a number 3 barrel and non-chill filtered. These barrels are aged in non-climate-controlled rickhouses where our Midwest weather exposes them to temperature swings over 100 degrees each year, resulting in a unique flavor. Now, we all know.
So, Anthony, I have something to add to that. You said you couldn't find too much on them. In 2020, they actually surpassed Maker's Mark and Jim Beam.
Well, am I allowed to finish? Or
oh, go ahead.
I'm just fucking with you.
But they surpassed those huge markets in sales.
Yeah.
So this isn't just one of those small companies.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of getting to.
Real quick.
Hey, real quick.
Hey, I haven't said it in a while. Shut up.
This is true.
But
so here we go.
I like it. I took a couple little sips.
Well, damn it.
You always do this.
Both of you fucking fuckers.
I haven't tried it.
As long as you guys have done this with me, I'm going to sip before.
Wait a second. Haven't you tried this already?
Yeah. But I want to do it again.
You fucks.
It was brought to me as a gift, and I enjoyed it with my veteran cousin.
It was a holiday gift.
I just wanted to say I haven't tried it.
So pretty much.
Smells really good.
You guys, this is in a rick house that's not climate controlled. That's kind of cool, and it gets really hot there, and it gets really cold there. So, but yes, I have tried it. That's why we'll go with, Uncle Joe, you already started sipping on it. Just to let you know, this is a 74% Iowa corn. They really want to make sure that we know this is Iowa corn. It's a 14% rye,
Iowa, 12%
2-row malted barley. Oh, here it is. It's a blend of barrels aged 3 to 4 years. So that does say it on there.
There we go.
So it sounds like they're doing what a lot of people are doing right now. It's blended, which is cool. That used to have a bad rap, but we've said it on here. It's not really that bad. So, Uncle Joey, I'm going to go with you.
Good on the nose, man. Number 3 char, 58%. So 116 on the proof. Is that what we're rocking at?
Yep.
Yeah, 116.
It doesn't burn. You don't smell the proof. It's kind of got a nice mellow smell, man. It's.
What do I always say?
If it was a candle, I would burn it.
Yes,
but no, it's. I think this is a very pleasant smell. It really is. Not too sweet. It doesn't have a lot of. To me, I don't get a lot of sweet in this. I get more of a barrel and a char. So I'm excited.
As far as availability, I don't really know. We've never seen it.
No, it may be in Iowa. It may be like Iowa only.
But it surpassed Jim Beam.
So maybe not.
Did it surpass Jim Beam in Iowa?
Right.
You gonna look up your facts and interrupt me. You better bring the answers, homeboy.
It's a very interesting smell. I mean, it doesn't smell like just some random bourbon. I mean, it's got a good smell.
Anthony, you might have to turn us up a little bit. Everyone's saying our mics are low for me and Uncle Joey.
All right, hold on.
Let us be her.
And John Bent said, "Is that a 5 o'clock shadow on Anthony Sturgeon?"
It's coming.
Hold on.
It's coming around the corner.
Can they hear us now? Check 1, 2.
How's
Check
that now, guys?
Is it better? Can you hear us now?
That was my bad.
Jason, is that good? Megan?
Sorry, fellas.
Thank you.
All you heard in the very beginning was me just shit talking the boys.
And I got shit for no reason. I've just smelled
You interrupted me. They don't know that.
We don't. Yeah, they don't know.
They don't know that.
They didn't even hear it.
Hey, listen, Uncle Joey and Dylan have been being baby dolls. They've been just straight up dolls over here. Never giving me shit for anything.
Yeah, fuck Sturge.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, so
We have not experienced any technical difficulties.
yeah,
We have busted this poor man's balls.
and I have to do it all. I don't. And you
Oh,
would
here
think-
we go.
And
He
here's
does
the
it
pla-
all. I'm just.
Here's what you would think. I would make a to-do list where it says check audio.
Yeah.
Check the fucking audio. Can they hear us now?
Yeah, they said we're good now.
So, yeah. So, Uncle Joy, you said it smells great, but
I think it does.
taste-wise,
It's good. I'll be honest. This does not taste like it's only 4 years old. I would pick this to be have a little more age on it. Just
Uncle Joey, I guessed like 10, 6 to 10 or something.
yeah, it's got a. I always use mouthfeel. You guys laugh, but it's got like
Feels good in the
a
mouth.
feels like it's got a little age on it. You know?
Oh,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, for sure.
We've all tasted the thin young
At least
bourbon
18.
before.
Got him.
Yeah.
So,
But dude, this is
but
good.
anyways.
It's not very sweet. I don't get much sweet out of this. Some barrel, some char.
It's funny.
I
I get
disagree
Reese
on the
cups
smell.
all the way. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
I disagree on smell.
All right, go ahead.
I get a caramel apple with the corn hint at the end,
You're a rookie.
like hard corn at the end.
I get corn.
I don't get caramel at all.
I do.
I'll give you a caramel. Is it caramel or caramel?
Smells good. I'm not real sure.
So is it delicious? I mean,
Yeah,
I like it.
I mean, that's a 10 on smell.
so
I find this to be an enjoyable
Taste-wise?
smell and enjoyable
I haven't
drink.
tried it.
try it. Tell us what you think. I think the color's very appetizing.
I'm actually surprised that
So nice.
with being 116
Yeah.
because it does not drink like a 116.
I hate 116.
You hate anything over 107.
Okay.
Let's be honest. I hate anything over 90.
So the first hit of that, you think it's going to get hot, and then it dissipates immediately, and it hits you with flavor.
That's good.
So what do you think?
That's amazing.
Okay.
You think that 116 is going to creep up and punch you in the face, and it goes away immediately into just, wow.
What's up, John Bence? John Bence is in here.
Our boy John.
I got a little something for you guys coming up here soon. I'll be going up there here soon.
Joseph Wells said you might get more people in here if you don't advertise Brian in a dress.
Bullshit.
Oh,
I'll get a dress. I'm just kidding.
No balls.
So after what I had to go through with the beard, I'm not doing it.
You could shave the beard
Hey,
and
how
wear a
about
dress.
how about what's the one dude's name that made me shave it?
John Miller.
John Miller. How about him in the dress? Heard that there's stories.
Oh,
Got you, bitch. So
You
if,
mean Peggy?
we went there.
yeah, what was it? Was that what it was?
No.
Peggy.
Ready.
Was it Brenda? Oh no, Sean. What's the name? So
Janet.
Janet. That's
Janet.
what it does. That's what it was. Good job, Uncle Joe, with
He's on it.
on the memories. So if it was in the candle, I'd burn it. It smells delicious, and it does not taste anything near 116. This tastes like
It's smooth.
maybe 95, 100.
I'd agree with that 100%, Anthony.
This is the best bottle of new whiskey that I've tried recently. Anybody else? I mean,
It's a very solid bottle.
what's the price? Does anybody know?
$33.99, I believe.
That blows my mind. That
No,
I mean,
never
that's
mind,
a-
never mind. $39.99, which is still phenomenal.
I was going to say that drinks like a $40 bottle of bourbon.
I would go. I would say 30 to 60. I mean, that's a good one.
What's that called? Cedar
Ridge.
Cedar Ridge. Kudos.
So
man.
next
You,
time he comes, I'll tell him to get more.
yes, if they have other varieties or even they have different bottles in this,
They do. I looked on their website.
So definitely, we will be trying to get some more of this.
So the next
Will we
topic.
tag them?
Did we tag them? He's reading something.
I was reading about the bottle.
Can you tag Cedar Ridge Whiskey on
I will
Facebook?
give it a go.
Okay, the next thing we wanted to talk about, we get in arguments and damn near fight each other about because Uncle Joey's an asshole. Let's talk about, we get a minute and a half each, and we get to talk about what we liked about the game, the Michigan Ohio State game, what we saw, what we expect, and kind of just, whatever you want to talk about, but it's going to start with Uncle Joey because... Well, hey, you guys won, man. So it's only fair that we start with you. So are you ready?
Yeah.
A minute and a half. You don't have to take the whole minute and a half. I
Right.
really recommend that you don't. Go.
From the very beginning, we all knew this was going to be a good game, as it is every year. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that it was being in Michigan this year. I will say this. Ohio State has a very solid squad this year, and I've said this before and prior to the game. The youngster at quarterback could have been a potential problem with the pressure that our defense puts on. Our run game wasn't the greatest, but we pounded out some yards. Overall, it wasn't I don't think an outstanding performance from either team, but we both did enough to keep the game competitive and close. I kind of feel like we kind of had the upper hand for most of the game. I don't feel like we were in jeopardy till the very end, and then I was very nervous that last 60 seconds. It's an amazing job that the assistant coach did. I mean, he's not the head coach, so we had a lot of adversity looking at us going into the game. I do like how they sent the spy plane over. I think that's one of the best trolls that I've ever seen ever.
That was classic.
Michigan paid for a very expensive spy plane to be
Why
flown
wouldn't you?
over the stadium.
Why wouldn't you?
If you didn't know that, Barstool Sports does a little thing on it, man. It's absolutely awesome.
It was good.
But it's a good game. I'm glad to see it's competitive, and I know it's our end that we're bringing a competitive team finally, because we've taken a mud hole stomping for years. I mean, it was ugly. So I feel good that we have a competitive team. I don't know how long it's going to last, though. We're going to lose a lot of talent this year. We may lose our coach. A lot of good
talent coming.
We may lose our coach.
All right, that's it. Dylan.
I think the game went exactly how a lot of us thought it would. Being an Ohio State fan, I would rather them win the game. But overall, I think we can agree Michigan had the better team. Cobb McCord looked great. In my opinion, he threw 2 interceptions, but other than that, he managed the game. He was making big plays downfield when he needed to. He looked pretty good. Corum is in a class of his own in that running back situation. Just great game overall.
You're done. Yeah?
Yeah.
So my opinion of that whole thing was I thought Ohio State was going to go in for the win. I thought that the whole way. Just because I've never seen an offense produce like Michigan does and still win. And they've won big. I mean, we talk shit to Jason about how McCarthy threw for 78 yards one game, but they still crushed the opponent. So you look at that and you think, is J.J. McCarthy the best quarterback in the nation? Probably not. But he does what he's got to do to win, and he puts up good numbers. I mean, he's put up good numbers. I think for a young man, McCord did good. I think we underlooked some of the throws that could have really taken this game the other way. I mean, there was some bad throws on his end that could have potentially put us up by 2 scores. There was 3 or 4 throws that could have been picked off. There was a couple. There was one right inside of the back's hand that just fell out. So I look at it as the fact that if you, and I hate to admit it, but if you had a more experienced quarterback, Ohio State could possibly have pulled that game off.
I agree completely.
Because the decisions there that he made, and those 2 interceptions that he made, maybe Harrison or Marvin ran a bad route, was still a bad throw. And then when he went to go throw, he did get his arm hit, but he was thrown to a double-covered receiver. Where was the – if you look, that tight end was wide open on that play. So, yeah, that's it for me.
Great game.
Yeah, great game. I
mean,
100%.
If Michigan would have lost, if Ohio State would have drove
Pulled
down,
it off.
Dude, I would have sat here and said, man, you guys, that fucking game was awesome.
And you know what? McCord started that drive beautifully.
Yeah.
But it gets to here, and you're trying to look for one guy right now, and that's the guy you shouldn't have been looking for.
I'm glad we didn't have Mike Glassburn on this year.
Why?
I offered him to get on. We would have fought him this year. He said Honda McCord is garbage. Marv isn't top 5 best wide receiver in country.
Silly. Even this Michigan fan over here will say that's not
garbage.
True.
Harrison's legit.
Yeah, he's
Come
legit.
on, Mike.
He's
Some
the
of
only
those
reason
catches he's made this year.
He's the only reason
Mike.
McCord looked good this year.
You cannot say that about Marv.
Now, here's what you got to look at.
With a better quarterback, he'd have been sitting in the chair for
Heisman. He's in the talks for it, but he's sitting in the chair. You're right.
I think he's on that stage.
How about this? What are we looking at? You're hearing the rumors. transfer porter.
That kid from Washington State?
Yeah.
No.
Texas?
Have you Arch Manning?
No.
That's not. Listen,
What's the one guy? Murphy?
That's
Murphy?
not going to happen.
Arch Manning.
Did you hear that, Uncle Joey? Murphy?
The kid from Washington State?
No, the dude from Texas. The other, who was it? I can't remember him.
Not Quentin Ewers.
No, the guy that's played in a couple games.
Behind him.
That's got the real crazy hair.
The biggest one I think I've heard so far is I thought it was the Washington State
I saw that too.
quarterback. I think
But you have to think. You have to think in your head. You know, is Ryan? I think it's silly to think Ryan Day's job's in the air, but unfortunately, it is. I think it's ridiculous because he is a top coach in the country, but he's not winning the game that the Ohio State Buckeyes and so. You know, you hear Craig Krenzel talk about it. That's the game we prep for all year.
And it sucks that it's all. There's a lot of pressure.
You know what I mean, though?
Man.
Like
Yeah.
it sucks that it's just that one game because I want playoffs. I want a shot at. Like last year, it worked out for us. We almost went to the championship. Yeah. You know, it worked out for us. But this year, guys, is it going to work out for us? I don't think so. There's a lot of teams out there that deserve to be in the playoffs. Texas?
Oh, yeah, there are.
Man, we just discussed this before. This could be some of the best football this Saturday just because there's so much riding on so many of these games.
I mean, what happens if Michigan loses? Let's just say they were to lose.
Absolutely. What if Georgia, Michigan, Washington, you go down
look
the
at
line,
that, do you
what if
think,
they all drop? Man?
Yeah, but Michigan beat Ohio State, so Ohio State can't jump Michigan, right? To me, that would make sense. But if, all of them lose.
But if you... The reason
does
why...
Alabama squeak in? But if Alabama wins?
Man, you know what really hurts Ohio State? And I'm being dead serious. They really were hoping Notre Dame was a better football team because that took them tanking this year doesn't help their resume at all, man. If Notre Dame was a better football team and that was their only loss,
what's crazy is
that would
still
really
ranked.
help Ohio State. Yeah, I can't believe they are.
I know.
What, 3 losses?
Yeah.
But they lost to what? Louisville? You know what I mean?
Ohio
I think they
State.
lost it, and I think maybe Pitt. I think maybe Pitt got them. I think that was a bad one, but
that's a weird team too because they look
Louisville's
good.
a weird team.
Yeah, they are a weird team.
Dude, they could fuck Florida State's season up.
Yeah,
they could fuck up the playoff.
This is why you need. What did they change it to? 18.
It needs to be 10, 12, something.
They're changing it. I just don't remember when that take effect. Dylan, do you remember?
I think it's 26.
Okay,
it might be next year though.
We won't be having this argument. Michigan's in, Ohio State's in, Texas is in, Alabama's in.
I want to see the Big Ten hit 20 teams.
Man,
and then the Big Ten be able to support 2 teams in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
It would be nice. It's unfortunate to see. It's clear Ohio State, Michigan are the top runners in the Big Ten, without a doubt.
Nobody's even close.
No,
man. Not this year.
It's the weakest. It's almost
bad.
sad.
The Big Ten is sad, dude. It is.
It's almost sad.
I wish we had a way stronger conference.
The SEC. I mean, look at Texas. They're going to SEC. I mean, so.
But to say, I know it's a long shot. If Ohio State wants in, and I will say this now, all you Buckeye fans out there, if you want Ohio State to have any chance at all, you're rooting for Michigan this weekend.
Oh, 100%. First off, you're rooting Big Ten.
All the way.
Always.
But this is a Big Ten matchup. But I'm saying people thought I was crazy last year when I was rooting for Michigan in the playoffs. What do you
Big
mean?
Ten. I'll root for Ohio State. My wife's an Ohio State fan.
Have to.
Yeah,
You have to.
You don't want a weak division.
I snicker when they fuck up, but I'm rooting for them with her. You know what I mean?
Deep down, 100%.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, if Iowa made it, you'd have to root for them.
As long as they're not playing Michigan, I will root for any Big Ten school.
Agreed.
I'm not going to lie. Ever since I was a huge growing up Ohio State fan. I'm gonna say something that's going to piss a lot of people off.
We do that sometimes.
The fan base, not all of them, but the fan base is the worst. It's the worst.
Ohio State's fan base takes a rough hit, man.
Like, it's not all of them. A lot of good Ohio State fans.
I know a lot of awesome Ohio State fans.
But just some of the, like, when you're talking football and you want to talk football, let's talk football. Get the shit out your head that, like, anybody that thought Ohio State was going to – how many times did you hear they're going to wax Michigan? They're not waxing Michigan in the big house.
Nope.
That's a tough go.
They're
man.
arguably the loudest stadium in football. Wrap your head around that. Yeah. In football.
That's an atmosphere. That game
Mike
is an
Glassburn,
atmosphere.
he's been there. He's not even a Michigan fan. And he said it was the craziest game he has ever been to. Was at the big house.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when you get that much blue, amazing blue going, and the fan, dude, it's loud. 100 plus, 110 plus.
When I went through the
loud.
Horseshoe, they put a show on. It's good.
They do a damn good job there too.
But it's when I stopped being a massive Ohio State fan, it was just because. I mean, when we were just joking around at the bar the one time.
Yeah, we were treated by douchebags.
Like, people wanted to beat our ass because we were rooting for fucking Rutgers.
No, it was Maryland.
Maryland.
No, you guys were Maryland. You guys had a brother that played for Maryland.
No, I was the kicker.
Oh,
yeah, he was the kicker, and I was the left tackle. I almost went with running back, but I didn't think I pulled it off.
Fullback.
He said left tackle, and they were like,
yeah. So, but that's my biggest thing. But out of this loss of Ohio State, what did you gain, Uncle Joey?
Out of the what?
The loss of Ohio State. What did you gain out of this? You had a bet, right?
Oh man. So I got a Facebook notification that Mr. Brian Silcott had tagged me in a post, and he had challenged me to put on a dress if Michigan lost. And I had to go into my man cave and dig deep and do some soul searching and thinking, talk to the wife, see how she felt about her husband possibly wearing a dress. And I called Brian and I said, "You son of a bitch." I said, "I'll take this bet." And so it began. But I hope at the end of the day, it's all fun. We're going to raise hopefully a little bit of money at the Farm to Bottle Festival. We're going to put a tip jar out. We'd love for you guys to donate. We're going to find a family, an individual, somebody in need, and we're definitely going to reach out and try to help somebody due to Brian's unfortunate loss.
But what about them Wittenberg Tigers?
And we go Wittenberg.
Every time we argue about it, I say Wittenberg.
And Brian's not even a big college sports guy, which made this even better. You know, he was doing this surely.
He's like a Playgirl fan, isn't he?
He likes to jab and razz. So this is just a Brian's opportunity that he could just have some fun with somebody. And I'm a very lighthearted man. I've got very thick skin. I've been called a lot of things, and Uncle Joey really doesn't care anymore. So
sometimes I razzle you. Sometimes
I have fun, man. I think this is going to be. It was going to be fun no matter what.
I've got you to slam the headphones.
Oh, I've gotten pissed before.
100%.
But it's great. Brian Silcott, you're a great sport. This is going to be a wonderful time.
Don't back out.
I hope all these moonshiners show up and take pictures and give me some ideas because you are wearing a dress.
Listen, if he actually wears the dress, I'll wear a bikini.
Oh,
just kidding.
Done.
Got him.
So, Anthony, can I bring up something else that's sports related, but not football?
Who's Megan Clemens Jones?
That's what's his name's mother.
Wes.
That's Wes's mother.
Oh, she said Tennessee is literally has the worst fan base.
So, have you seen what the Reds have done the past 2 days?
Yeah, you signed something.
It's 119 days.
We're not talking baseball.
Just quick.
What?
Reds fans piss me off just like Ohio State fans. They
didn't
cried.
say it.
They cried all.
He said half of it.
They cried all last year about paying somebody, and then as soon as they pay the top two relievers in free agency, they're like, "Oh, they paid them too much." What the fuck?
Yeah, the Reds are, man.
Hey, the
fan
Reds had a
base
crazy
is
season this
stupid.
year. They almost made the playoffs, man. No one even counted them in.
Nope.
But then
They
you
made a
go
run,
out
man.
and you
They
sign
made one hell of
relievers
a
that
run.
you
They did.
needed, and then your fan base says you paid too much for them. Dumb.
So
Winter meetings.
just let the winter meetings play off. Hopefully
119 days, okay?
Hopefully we, I'm just as big a Red fan as you, but I'm just annoyed about it right now.
Hey, Wes said hello and go Vols.
Oh, hello, Wes, buddy. We need to get you on again, man.
Yeah, we do. We do. Well, I think we were supposed to work something out where he led an interview, so we're waiting on that.
Him
We're
and his
trying to-
John Bentz.
You know what, man? You know what? John Bentz is good to have on. Maybe we need to get something.
Oh, you talking about the same guy?
I mean, we wouldn't say good, but he's good for the podcast.
Hey, he's the sexiest.
Man, he is
He's a good-looking man.
I love John. Nothing that I love better than opening up one of John's voice messages.
Oh, my God. 4 minutes and 56 seconds. You're like, I'm trying to change a water heater, dog.
I love
Like what?
John. John, we love you, buddy. It was
He
so
said-
good
yesterday
meeting you,
he
and
was
I
like-
love the continued friendship, and this is
I
awesome.
think he said, hey, what's up, you big ugly fucker? And I was like, you said that with your voice, too.
You actually said that. You just didn't type
Yeah.
that. You said that. That came out your mouth.
You said it with your chest, and I was like, damn. I love it, though. It makes my day, man.
He's awesome.
It'll be 3 a.m. I wake up, go pee. You know how it is. You can't go back to sleep.
Right.
So I hit play, and one of Benson's messages, and my wife's like, what are you doing?
It's John.
Are you watching porn?
It's John.
Oh, this
Same
is
thing.
Yeah.
Listening to his messages are the same as porn.
Hey. It turns me
Sexy.
on. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I love, dude, John, you're awesome.
I love you, John.
It's been a great ride hanging out and getting to meet you and spend some time with you.
Uh-oh.
And I can't
What?
wait till you get your shit going and we can
I feel
come
like
visit.
there's a story that needs to be told here. It's at one point in one of our episodes, Megan Clemens Jones just said, "Oh my gosh, those voice messages!"
There's no-
Exclamation point with a bunch of laughing faces.
There's no story, bro. He just sends everyone the voice messages.
He's just a lover of the voice
yeah.
messages.
He likes to voice text.
Bourbon deep and sending messages.
Yeah. Yeah. I love it, though.
I'm going to
That's
send him
funny.
one later.
I'll send him one right now.
Of us just talking shit.
Yeah.
We love you, John.
Love it.
So I didn't have a whole lot today. Other than that, we wanted to get on here and say what's up. I don't know if either one of you guys.
We
got
missed
anything.
everybody, man. We've
Yeah.
all. Anthony's been a busy mofo. We've all been kind of busy. I worked a shitload of overtime around the holidays. I feel like
Yeah.
Dylan may have done the same thing.
I'm working a double Saturday
Man, my
by
check was
itself.
fat today. I opened up my payroll thing. I was like, "Ooh, yeah."
Yeah, I would
Then I
never
started
complain.
shopping, and I was like, "Ooh."
Must be nice.
Dude, they don't. I tell you one thing good about the company that I work for. They hand out overtime. A lot of places, it's very hard to get overtime. People struggle because they can't make extra money at their job. My job has more overtime than most people want.
And I can agree with that. A prison's always going to have overtime.
Yeah.
Good for you, fucks.
Well,
Hey,
you're
you
getting it
come
right
work with
now,
me.
I believe.
Well, our hours are just odd, man. We were supposed to have corporate this week.
Yeah.
They didn't end up showing up. Now it's next week. So
My bad, dude.
it's
That's
all good.
rough.
That's gravy, dude. Plus, I'm
I've
trying
been
to get
busting
my...
his.
Oh yeah, I know you have. I wanted to shink you.
Listen, as much as
Oh,
Anthony trolls more than
I do.
anybody I've ever met in my life. So, anytime anybody can jab him, fuck
do.
with him,
They do.
he's well deserved.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad at trolling.
Oh my god,
I ruffle feathers.
he
I
tried.
irritate people.
He can. People have wanted to fight him.
Yeah, just by looking at me.
No,
Yeah.
That happened to B-Dubs. Remember the
Oh
old
my
dude?
god.
He said something sideways. I was like, I will smack the shit out of you, old dude.
And this dude actually thought he was. I feel like he thought he was somebody.
Yeah,
Wait
he
a
did.
second. I've never heard this story.
Yeah, bro. We were
thought I
at
met you.
BW3s.
He wasn't there?
I thought he was. Was it Justin or Thomas? It might have been
It
Thomas.
might have been, dude.
Yeah, we're sitting there, and
And
this
Anthony
guy.
knew the one dude.
Well, he found out I worked at Thomas Tate, and he knew the owner, but that was before that.
Yeah.
And I knew the guy that he was sitting next to.
Dude, they were straight just razzing each other back and forth, Dylan.
Yeah.
And then Anthony said something, called him grandpa or something.
Yeah, he
and-
was like, "Why don't you? Have you ever heard of Weight Watchers?"
Yeah, he went there first on Anthony.
Yeah, and I was
but
like,
Anthony
oh.
may have joked around and said something that really wasn't off, but dude got offended by, and he
'Cause he
went
was
to
being
Weight
a
Watchers.
douche.
And then Anthony straight went to grandpa, and
Yeah, I was like, I'm
these
assuming-
two are straight going to fight.
I'm like, I was like, all right, fuckhead. I'm assuming you're getting a discount with a Buckeye card. And he's like, "What the fuck are you saying?" I was like, "Dude, I got up, and Jason's like, sit down."
I was like, we're not.
I was
doing
like,
it.
"I'm gonna smack the fuck out you right now."
Dude, and this dude's old. I've seen him around. This dude's probably close to 65.
Clear alcoholic, clearly an alcoholic.
Yeah, he seemed to be.
It was bad. I was like, "I'm just gonna smack shit out you for being stupid." So
I've not seen that guy since, and I've seen him out before that. Prior,
and then I told my boss about it, the old owner of Thomas Tape, and they were like, "He's like, yeah, he does that. He gets his ass whooped." It's like, well, he just about did.
he's a bitch.
Yeah, Jason looked over. He's like, "Can you not do that? Because you're gonna get hit." It was funny. So,
I did. I said, he started talking shit. I said, this big boy's a lot faster on his feet and with his hands than you think he is.
That's what he
I said
said.
he will surprise you. I was like, so if you keep talking shit, you may find out. No, Anthony didn't even. It got to the point where Anthony didn't have to do anything because I was like, hey, dude, you might want to not fucking check this dude because you're about to find out. Yeah, I was like, the dude was dumb.
it was like I was like he was like my hype man. I was like, my guy.
Yeah, it was dumb. The dude was just dumb. It just was ignorant. I was
So-
like, all right, well, we can fight at B-dubs.
Right.
Hey, has there
Right.
been a date released for Farm to Bottle yet? Megan's asking.
Not yet.
You know
I
what?
don't think
Should
so.
we listen? Should we reach out to Dan and set something up?
We're supposed to.
Yeah, we will.
Dan, if you're listening, watching,
We'll
hearing,
interview him.
we need
I'll
to
hit
reach
Dan
out,
up.
set something up. Yeah, let's get Dan on.
Yeah,
Baby.
Dylan, reach out to him, get something set up, and then we'll get
got
some
it.
answers. Anybody with questions about Farm to Bottle, ask them.
And Dan, if you're hearing this, get your shit together before then, so you're ready.
Yeah.
I
Right
will
on.
be messaging you tomorrow, Dan.
Get your shit together.
Heck, I might do it when I
Dan.
get home, Dan.
Dan seems to have his shit together.
Dan.
All right, Dan.
Dan.
All right, boys. I think that's it. I think we're good, right?
And by the way,
yeah.
you know why we were late?
Dan.
We were on Sean Rigsby time.
No, you know why we were late? Because Uncle Joey is a procrastinator and can't figure out how he gets on Zoom.
Well, the computer was dead.
And then you couldn't figure out how to get on Zoom.
And that is true.
I told you. I told you. So,
Jason, real quick, Dan, I said
real
it,
quick.
but Dan said he might change it this year depending on weather and everything.
Hey, real quick.
So
Yeah, I know he
that's
talked
to
about
be
moving it
determined.
up earlier.
Well,
I
Dan,
believe.
let's get on let's do an episode sometime next week to get an update up for everybody.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Love to talk to you, Dan.
So, are we good, boys?
Absolutely.
Nice short half-hour episode.
Oh yeah.
Nice
All
chatting
right.
with everybody.
We'll see you guys sometime next week. We'll bring some content to you. So, as always, I'm Big Sturg.
I'm Justice League.
And I'm Uncle Joey.
We are
American
Whiskey.
Thanks.
Pieces.
Good night.
Deuces.
Recording stopped.
Von Miller turned